Jetzt hat man mechabet sein, reden, ein Mensch, was arbeitet schon 45 Jahre von Reben, und beleben Nefesh und Tag und Nacht. Harav Ya'ankel Hoda'a Hecht.
You're a hot acting politician. I can never say anything that'll make a hit head anymore. When World War II broke out, it was in the early 40s. At that time, there was a question of drafting into the army the young men of eligible age into the armed forces. The Frierdiker Rebbe Zayin Levrocha was already in this country at the time, and for some reason or other, the draft board decided that they were going to make me an example of how you can take a yeshiva bacher and draft him. Now everybody knows that divinity students were freed from service, from the armed forces. This was in the yeshivas and lahavdel elef havdolas, in all the theological seminaries. At that time, Rav Mentlik soll sein gesund, and Rav Shmuel zu lange lebt Jahre, Rav Mentliken and all of us, Rav Jacobson, lahavdel ben Chaim lechaim, they were all very much concerned because if I would be drafted into the armed forces, then automatically this would have been a breakthrough for the government, and every yeshiva bacher would have been in danger. So what happened is we went into the Rebbe, my father Zayin Levrocha went in with me to the Rebbe, and we kept on planning. We hired a lawyer and he went to Washington and he fought the case. The end was there was no way in which they were going to free me from being drafted. And they did. When you get drafted, you have to go for a physical examination. So we had to go down to Whitehall Street. That was the depot where everybody went. No, I got to tell you, I was a young guy. I was pretty healthy, Baruch Hashem. Halavai of Heint gesagt. And what should I do? So I went into the Rebbe. And I put the zettel out in front of the other Rebbe, Zayin Levrocha. The Rebbe looked up to me and he said to me like this. Der Rebbe soll helfen. Soll sein bederech hateve. No Tama darf sein. Lameile mit derech hateve. Soll der sein lameile mit derech hateve. And he sent me off. Goodbye. No, I went down. When you come into Whitehall Street to the examination depot, you got to get undressed, Anschuldigen, and you got to go from doctor to doctor, and they tap to them cup, with the feast, with the nose, well, they make you crazy. Anyway, I walked in, I made sure that I put on a new talus cotton because I wanted to look clean. I don't know what my other one looked like. I thought the other was also clean that time. But I put on a brand new, beautiful Amma Alama talus cotton. No, I went from doctor to doctor. In Baruch Hashem, every doctor wrote, okay. Ich say, goodbye. I'm going to be carrying a gun soon. The last one I had to go to was the psychiatrist. So, here's where I saw the Rebbe working. So I come to the psychiatrist. Der Rebbe, my Rebbe, an alter Feld, sitting there. He looks me up as I up and down. He starts talking to me. He says, what do you do? I says, I'm a yeshiva boy. What do you do? I study Torah. Do you go out with girls? Whoa! Girls? What are you talking? You mean you don't go out with girls? So we're like, Mr. Doctor, what are you talking? You're talking to yeshiva boy. What do? Do you go to the movies? Doctor, movies? How can you go to movies? This went on and on and on. He said, you know what I think? You're nuts. And he marked my chart 4F. 4F means flop, failure, out. So he came back. No, like the Rebbe. So you come back. So we had to go into the Rebbe to say thank you. That time it was easy for us to get in to the Rebbe than it is today. So my father went in together with me to the Rebbe. We came into the Rebbe gave a breiten Schmeichel, and he said to us like this. He says, Ein Bal Hanes Makir Benisai. Ihr darf wissen sein. By the way, I want to tell you that day, they declared that in 770 they shouldn't say Tachnun. That was a Yontif. That was my Yontif, the day that I was freed from service. To that extent, they paskin that day no Tachnun should be said, because this was a breakthrough for all the yeshiva bochim in all the yeshivas in the United States. So we went into the Rebbe's Zayin Levrocha. The Rebbe said to us like this: Ein balanes make benisai. Ihr darf wissen sein, was anes ihr hat gehabt. And then he said with a niggin, he says, Leyei seine flois, with a niggin. Gedeleis levadei. Said the Rebbeinu Shalom to grace in the flois. Aber die Gedeles für die flois, weiß nur der Rebbechter allein. Kinderlach, I want to tell you something about this case. You heard Nat Lewin talk? Leyei seine flois. Gedeles levadei. The gedeles of these the flois that happened in this case, only I think Hashem Yisborach himself understands. And that's why I want to tell you, when the Rebbe mentioned, when he spoke that night, and he said about Lefum, I don't know why my son didn't chazah that. He said Lefum Tzaira Agra. I don't know if you remember that. He said Lefum Tzaira Agra, which is a very simple thing. According to how much tzar we had, there has to be the schar. Let me tell you what I thought at that very moment. I thought to myself, Lefum Tzaira, if Chalila v'chas hoya loisiye, if it would have been Tzara, if we would have Chalila v'chas didn't win that case, what would have been? How great and deep would have been Chalila v'chas our Tzar? Chas v'sholem nishto gedach. Therefore, measuring according to how much Veitik we would have had, that's why the Agra, the Simcha, has to be tenfold more to wipe out any kind of a Sveika that could have been, that Chalila v'chas, that something could have gone Chalila v'chas not so. And so, my dear friends, I want to say to you that you should understand, I watched the dancing on Tuesday, from Tuesday on Baruch Hashem part of it. You want to know what this is, Nat? You're talking about? This is the preview to the coming of Mashiach. Now you can just imagine in Yirz Hashem V'Korev, because we're almost on there already, when Mashiach Tzidkenu will come. Oy, 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 what a simcha is going to be. Hidach, Dom Shedos Alef.